Hey guys, I'm back, and today we were talking about Real by Kennedy Ryan. It is a contemporary romance, and you know that is not usually my thing. But even though it's not usually my thing, I will say that every time I have read contemporary romance, I have enjoyed it, and this was no different. I gave this one like a 4.5 stars. So it was really good. I really enjoyed this book, but it wasn't not put downable. I didn't have a problem like closing my Kindle and going to do something. I still wanted to read the book, but to me, that's what makes something a 5 stars when I can't put it down. But I still really love this book. So it is a contemporary romance novel. It's about the main character, Neva Saint, who is this girl from North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. So immediately I was like, yes. And the other main character, because it's dual POV, Cannon Holt. So Neva is this girl from North Carolina. She wants to get out of North Carolina. So she moves to New York to become an actress, right, on Broadway. And that's where her and Cannon meet. And then they end up working together. And that's like the main storyline, right? But then intertwined, buried within is this wonderful education about history, basically, for people of color in the entertainment industry. And that is why I love this book, because I'm a huge history nerd. So anything having to do with history, I'm like, yes, all the history. So buried within this book, you find out about the Harlem Renaissance, which I had no idea what that was. Like, I had to Google it as she's talking about it in the book. I'm like, what's the Harlem Renaissance? I don't know. I never learned what that is. And then, you learn about how even before the Civil Rights Movement, because we all think about the Civil Rights Movement and how terrible people of color were treated in this country. Well, honey, before that, they were treated really bad. And people literally fled this country and went to Europe just so they could be treated fairly. And that is just, it's just mind-blowing, right? When you stop and think about this, someone legit had to leave their home, had to leave their country, and go to another country to actually be treated fairly, right? And so all that is interwoven into this book, and I loved it. I was here for it. I can't love it. There we go. Okay. So I kind of copied, I don't know if I swear Kay from K Books 12 should do like a YouTube tutorial on book journaling, because she has the best book journals. But I basically like kind of copied Kay and Lou from Books Magic Escape in my own book journaling. But like I said, I gave it 4.5 stars. I also loved all the history, right? But I also loved the romance between Neva and Cannon and the tension, the buildup. Because we all know, right, that we've read those books and we're like, just kiss already. And yes, you get that tension in this book, but it's not get on your nerves. It's like just the right amount of tension. So, and then also, like I talked about the historical significance and highlighting, the inequality in the entertainment industry in this country. And I love that it's dual POV, and so you get this insight into Cannon, because he's freaking amazing, right? But he's also Broody McBrooder pants. And so we need that to see past the hard outer shell into the gooey center that is Cannon. And you get character growth too in this book, both for Neva and for Cannon. And so it's just a really well-written novel. I really enjoyed this book. And the only reason I didn't give it 5 stars is because it wasn't like, oh, I can't put it down. And that for me is what makes something 5 stars, is if I can't put it down. Like if I'm like obsessing about it. So these are some of my favorite quotes. And this first one's actually like before anything happened, like when Neva met Cannon and she was having naughty thoughts. And she said, the thought of sex with that huge man, he would break me. It would be fantastic. And then here's another one. This is actually, I think, from Cannon's mom, but it's a quote that Neva had. And it is, we are artists. she quotes softly, her eyes set on mine. When there is no joy to be found, we have the power in our hands, the wheel of our souls, to make it. And then this one, if you guys saw my aesthetic, this is the quote from my aesthetic, and it's getting harder not to want him. Every day I stomp on this unfortunate longing, this ill-advised craving, this dead-end desire, and I cannot make it stop. So, yeah, I really like this book. I hope that you guys will read it. If you like contemporary romance, you should definitely check out Real by Kennedy Ryan. And I'll see you guys later.